Open up your brown book, baby. It's for you, it's for us. The fantasies, no one can judge us, no one can judge us. This is for us. Open up your brown book, baby. It's for you.
Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Shay Baby, and welcome to the Brown Book series. We're back, y'all. So, how was your Christmas break? Did y'all miss me? I missed you guys. You know what I'm saying? So I'm so super excited to be back. And I'm so super excited that my first guest is just awesome. When y'all read her books, y'all gonna be like, yeah, Shay, she was awesome. Like, that's why I'm dressed like this, right? Because you know what I'm saying? I was reading one of her books and it was so much drama, so much messiness. I had to go get her up because I thought I was gonna have to, jump in and help. It was awesome. Like, I'm like, yo, it was like the brothers was messing with the other brothers, women. Oh, it was beautiful. Y'all know I like that whole fighting and fucking type beat. You know what I'm saying? It was wonderful. I like, she is so awesome that I'm just so upset that I got on to her work late. But now it's like binging. It is what it is. I am all about Miss Yara St. So go grab your friends. Let them know that the Brown Book series is back. And it's Wednesday night. It's 6 o'clock. And let's go. We'll be right back with international best-selling author, Miss Yara St.
Open up your brown book.
Hold on tight. Stay tuned. Next up is my interview with, I'm just going to go ahead on and say it, award-winning author, Denise Williams. Naima Simone. Miss Vanessa Riley. Hi, Vanessa. Miss Suleika Snyder.
Brown
Book Series presents Raw Romance Readers and Writers Experience. Save the date, October 28th and 29th, 2022. Brown Book Series presents Raw Romance Readers and Writers Experience, October 28th and 29th, 2022 at the Westin Old Town, Alexandria, featuring some of your favorite romance authors: Brenda Jackson, Beverly Jenkins, Iris Boland, Deborah Fletcher Mello, and so much more. The Raw experience will include book signings, meet and greet, photo ops, vendors, shopping, surprise celebrity guests, and live performances. Registration is wide open at brownbookseries.com. Save the date, October 28th and 29th, 2022. Brown Book Series presents Raw Experience.
Hey y'all, hey, and we are back. Please welcome international best-selling author, Miss Yara St. Hi, Yara.
Hi.
How are you, darling?
I'm doing fabulous.
She's like, oh my God. Yara, I am so super excited that you are here with me today, girl.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Man, let me tell you something. Before we get into all the messiness in your book, girl, you know I like an old messy book, honey, with old happily ever after, girl. It is, I'm talking about, I had to clutch my pearls a couple times, girl. Honey, them damn Mrs. baby.
Yes.
I was like, oh, Yara did that. You did that. Anyway, before we get into all of that,
Yes.
the listeners like, Shay, y'all coming, y'all. Y'all know I be fanning out and shit. Chill out, okay? So before we get into all that, Yara, please tell us a little bit about you. Without the literary stuff, we'll get into that later on. But what it is like in the day in the life in the year of 2022 with Miss Yara St. Oh, I love that name too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
A year in the life of Yara St. Well, I am not a full-time author. So by day, you'll get me on my 9 to 5, day job, being a general manager over several property managers.
Boss, y'all, boss.
Yeah, I've got, 6 employees underneath me. So managing a little under 1 million square feet of office space. So that's what I'm doing by day. And by night, that's when I put on my new hat and become author extraordinaire of 41 books with both Harlequin Desire, and I've done Kamani Romance, Arabesque. So, and then you'll find me with my hubby we're about to celebrate our 5-year anniversary here in 2 months. So you'll find the two of us snuggled up on the couch, being couch potatoes.
That is so frequent. That is so. Look, I'm feeling about to say about being married. It's so freaking. I can't even get the shit out. It's sweet.
Thank you.
You're still like a newlywed, right? 5 years.
Yeah, I still feel like we're newlyweds, honestly. It's but we've been together 10. So we've been together a decade, but married for 5. So yeah, I still feel that newlywed vibe.
Oh, that's so cute. You all happy and stuff. You go, girl. So did you have like a real big wedding? Or was it like
I did. It was my first wedding. It wasn't his first, but it was my first. So I went all out, girlfriend. Okay. I had, the big dress, but not the princess, but a nice fitted, but ruffled out. But I had it here in Orlando, but it was on a beach.
Oh.
So we had the beach setting. And what was really cool, it was on the lake. So my husband came in by speedboat to the Mission music. It was pretty
cool. James Bond by speedboat. Oh,
yes, he came in. All the men came off, and yeah, it was a whole beachside wedding retreat. So yeah, we went all out. 150 guests. We had smoke. We came through smoke at the reception. They had these smoke flares, and we came through. And I can't forget the best part. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
We did a wedding dance.
Wait, you and your bridesmaids?
No, me and the hubby. In my wedding dress, we did a 5-minute wedding dance. Yeah, complete with, it was like a little medley of songs. We started off slow, a little slow song to Eric Benet, and then the music skipped, and then we went to Gangnam Style. So it was so cute. No one knew we were going to do that. So, and then we did, we got a little MC Hammer in there, then a little Michael Jackson.
Oh, right.
We ended it with Ed Sheeran,
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Come on, I write romance novels.
You do right. You're right. I'm about to say, you over there practicing what you preach. You living the life you writing about. I'm here for all of it. All of it, period. Yeah. Now, Yahrah, you are considered a hybrid author, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so which one do you prefer? Indie or traditional?
So both. And that's why I guess I am both. I prefer traditional, my Harlequin books, Harlequin Desire books. This is Holiday Playbook, just came out in December. And I prefer that because it allows me to have the structure. With working full time, it's really hard to kind of do everything. And when you're an indie author, you've got to do everything. You got to do the editing, the marketing, all of it. And when I go with a traditional publisher like Harlequin, I present the book, they do the edits, they do the covers. I get a little bit of input on the covers, but they do all that, the marketing, getting it to the stores. And so I really like that element. And it's a steady income of cash and money coming in.
We love that. Sure.
And hey, you gotta be about the quan, as they say.
Okay.
But I still love to do my indie books. We're gonna be talking about this soon. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I like the flexibility of writing a longer book because my traditionally published books are 250 pages. These are typically much longer. They're 75, they're the traditional published is like 50,000 words. My indies are 75 to 80,000 words. So I can write a bigger story, more all-encompassing, and really flesh out the characters and the plot and have some secondary characters that could be really fun. So I like writing books.
I love that. And it's so crazy that you said that because them sale books to me, even though they was good now, it was I was all into it. It didn't seem like they was that long, or maybe because I was just kept on. It was a page turner for me.
Okay,
I
good.
didn't think it was that long.
Yeah, it was like 70,000 something words. Yeah.
Oh
So-
my God. I love it. Well, speaking of 70,000 some words, it brings us to the first segment here at the Brown Book Series called Name That Book, where we give you either a synopsis, a passage, or a character from one of your books, and you have to name that book.
Oh, good. All right.
All right. Now, if we give you because you have a lot of series, so if we give you a character, is the main character of that particular book.
Okay. Main
All right.
character. All right. All right.
Put my glasses on, girl, so I can see how this thing will go out for us, honey.
Let's see if I can still remember.
You can remember. You can remember. It's gonna be easy.
All right, let's do it.
It's gonna be easy. I love me. Yara said, "Let's do it." Oh, girl, I love it, honey. I love it. You're awesome. You're my kind of girl. All right, here we go. Name that book, and this is what it says. When a make-believe romance begins to feel too real, it's only a matter of time before secrets are exposed. His proposal is a deal that she can't refuse.
Oh, wow.
How you like me now? Hey, how you like me now?
Secrets of a Fake Fiance?
Yo, I was about to say, yo, come on now. Who else would this be? They was tripping over there, girl. Yes, Secrets of a Fake Fiance.
Woohoo!
Get it. All right, you ready for the next one?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, and the character name is Maximus Knight.
Okay. Oh, name the book. Sorry.
Yeah. Over there.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking you're doing a quote. Taming the billionaire.
Yes, that is the character. Yara, get it together over there.
I'm sorry.
A billionaire. I said Maximus Knight. You were like, yeah. Like,
I like him.
I know you look like a girl. You was like, what's his name again? I love it. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, name that book.
All right.
Character. Dynamic advertising executive Nia Taylor.
Oh, that's my first one. One magic moment.
Yes, one magic moment. That was your
The first.
Yeah, you can't forget the
First book.
you would think. Some people do. I'd be like, girl, that's your first book.
Really?
Girl.
No, that's like my heart. That's the first one.
I
It
know.
so much to me.
So tell us a little bit about one magic moment.
Interestingly enough, one magic moment, Nia Taylor and Damon, can't remember Damon's last name, but do remember Nia Taylor. They meet at a Christmas party, and she's instantly smitten. But she's got a lot of family. What I love about what I do, if you've read any Yara St. John books, I write steamy and dramatic contemporary romance. Mm-hmm. So she's got a lot of hangups about, religion and her family. And he's got another woman in the mix, Kendall, an ex-girlfriend who doesn't want to give up on him. So there's a lot of push and pull between the two of them. But Damon refuses to give up on Nia. And that's what I love, that push and pull.
I absolutely love it. I was like, okay, well, her little first book in there, honey. One magic moment. See if she gonna remember this.
I did.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. You're doing great, Yara.
All right, what else you got?
Oh, I got you, girl. Hold tight. Check this out. Okay, then. Name that book. Was there ever any doubt? She asked boldly. He likes her confidence and her tenacity. She would need it in this business.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You gonna need him, honey. Mm-hmm. Well. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was feeling all good about myself.
You know what I'm saying?
And then
you want me to give you a couple of hints?
Give me a hint.
She's a real estate agent.
Oh, yes. Miami After Hours.
Miami After Hours. Yes, girl, honey, because them, honey, Miss Angela and Mr. Daniel Cobb, honey. You can
Oh, yes, that was yes.
girl, yes, Miami After Hours. All right. Are you ready for the next one?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Name that book.
Name that book.
He noticed her almost immediately when she sashayed that cute little bottom of hers in the room, honey. How could he not? Her metallic dress is like a diamond. Diamond. Yeah, it's a Holiday Playbook.
I remember that one. That's my latest, so I got.
I'm about to say, girl, you just wrote this one out. If you even remember that, I'm having.
You would have to give me some shit about.
I'd be like, I had to call Keisha. Like, y'all didn't write these books. Look,
She don't even remember.
She don't remember nothing. All right, Yara, before you tell us a little bit about the Holiday Playbook, we have a trailer.
Oh, I
That's what I said. We got trailers and things.
Yeah.
You guys, check this out. It's the trailer for the Holiday Playbook by Miss Yara St.
All marketing executive Gianna Lockett wants for Christmas is to land an endorsement deal with Wynn Starks Sports Drink Company. It's tough being the baby girl in a family of alpha men. And this will finally prove her worth to the Lockett's football dynasty. Also tough, securing a meeting with Atlanta's most elusive billionaire. Gianna's not giving up, and once she makes contact, the prize gets closer, and so does Wynn's bid. The chemistry between her and Wynn is hot. But business is business until pleasure changes all the rules.
Girl, who's that boy over there on that thing kissing that girl, honey?
That was hot and steamy.
Wasn't it though? I said, oh, they go together.
Damn.
Tell us a little bit about Holiday Playbook.
Oh, I'm so excited. It's the third book in my Lockets of Tuxedo Park series. And Gianna Lockett is the only girl in a family of boys. And she's trying to prove to her father, Josiah Lockett, that she has what it takes because she wants to be, one of the big dogs like her big brother, Roman Lockett. So if you read Roman's book, I know, plugging, shameless.
With his father still.
And she wants to be like her big brother, Roman, who's the CEO of the Atlanta Cougars. But she's got to prove to them that she can get this endorsement deal with Wynn Starks. And throughout the first two books, Consequence of Passion and Blind Date with Spare Air, she's trying to get a meeting with him. And he refuses to pay any attention and keeps canceling all the meetings until she shows up one day at his gym in a little sports bra and her little outfit. And suddenly Wynn is taking notice.
Suddenly. Suddenly, baby. He said, "What? Who is that girl over there?"
Yes. And so, at first he tries to play hard to get, but she refuses to let him off the hook until they get stuck in an elevator. And when they're stuck, in the elevator, the chemistry explodes and they make out in the elevator.
They eventually get stuck for real.
Yeah. And then the flip gets script because then suddenly he's chasing her and wanting her in his bed.
Yes.
And she can't resist. And soon they're tumbling in the sheets.
I know that's right, girl.
So if you like a little hot and steamy, this is the one.
Holiday Playbook. I love it. Now, the Holiday Playbook, the name of the book. Who came up with the title and why?
That was a collaboration of me and Harlequin. I knew I wanted something with playbook in it, but I was struggling with that. So yeah, me and my editors kind of bounced ideas off of each other. And he was like, well, you got to pick up that Christmas element. It's a Christmas book. So that's kind of how Holiday Playbook came together, because it goes with the whole football theme of the whole entire Lockets of a Tuxedo Park series.
Okay, that makes sense. I like that. Now, a lot of your books are about some billionaires and some millionaires and some moguls and some tycoons and some finance men, honey. I said, oh, Yara she don't write nobody broke, baby. Yara said she a gold digger, but what she's not gonna do is write about a broke one. She can do that.
Oh my God. It's true. Now that you say that, I rarely do. If I look at most of mine, they're wealthy.
Yes.
There have been times I've written.
Well,
I'm trying. There's a time I did one book. He wasn't wealthy. He was an ex. He was from the Army and he was suffering PTSD.
That's the ex-military boy.
Not from this book, from the Mitchell series. It was from my my Hearts of Arizona series. And in that book, I had a bull rider in that one, in that series. It was like 7 books. So
that was the broke series. Because I need to read that series. I didn't read that series yet. I had all the money makers.
Yeah, I had a construction worker. I had
in that same series.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the broke series. You should rename that to the Working Boys series. Like that.
I had a rancher, but I guess he could be considered wealthy. But
yeah, I like ranchers. Ranchers can get some money. I like the ranchers. So yeah, so you just like writing about some money. But I mean, with guys, I see your husband riding in on speedboats and shit. Like, who did she marry? Oh my God!
To represent, everybody knew. They know me. I'm a super planner. I plan everything. There's spreadsheets for vacations.
Oh,
and there was a super duper spreadsheet for this wedding. It had 30 tabs.
Damn, Yara. Oh my God. Yeah, whenever you renew your vows, I need to be a guest at that one because I want to see it.
Tahiti, year 10.
Oh, yeah, 5 more years. Okay.
5 more years.
My year 10 is in March.
We have my anniversary is in March. When is yours?
March 31st.
Okay, ours is the 12th.
Oh, cool. Girl, it was a mess. Me and my husband, one day, we was just like, I know telling, somewhat drunk, high. I don't know what we were doing. But we were just like, yo, how many months has 31 days in it? We was like, oh, January. Yep. February. No. March. I don't remember. We went through a whole year. So I was like, after like maybe 30 minutes later, I said, March has 31 days in it. He said, do it. I said, yeah. I said, I just remember because we got married on the 31st.
Wow.
Yeah, so we be, girl, it'd be a mess. It'd be a mess.
I love
so
it.
That's what's up. Congratulations. You'll be doing your 10 and then I'll be 15, hopefully. And then we'll be
good.
Hopefully. Others make it rid of me.
But yeah, I have to admit, I like the finer things in life. You know, most of my friends and family will probably say I'm a bit bougie.
Mine too. Listen, I'm bougie. I'm kind of bougie hood kind. I'm a bougie ghetto. Yeah, I'm that kind. I like it. But through your writing, I love your writing. I like y'all. I absolutely love this. Now, how did you know that you wanted to become a published author?
I have known since I was 12 that I wanted to be an author.
Okay.
And when I was 12, I used to write handwritten stories. I have a bunch of handwritten stories from when I was 12. So imagine reading those handwritten stories when you're a 12-year-old mind, what she thinks. It was about going to summer camp. It was about being bullied. It was about trying to get with the popular boy at school, all those fun stuff. The grammar and punctuation was needed improvement, but those are hilarious. Sometimes I just kind of flip through them just to read because I still have them. And I'll just like flip through them like, this is really awesome to see what my mind thought back then. So I did that for like 5 or 6 years. I went to college. I thought I was going to go. I was like, oh, well, maybe I should go into journalism instead.
Right.
So I ended up getting a degree, going after a journalism degree. And like halfway in, I was like, no, I really want to be a writer.
That journalism ain't no joke. It's like, why?
No joke. I tell you, they had me at the newspaper. They had me on stories. I was like, oh, this is too much for me.
Yeah.
Can I have fiction? And create my own fiction. So I ended up getting back into writing. But then I had, sometimes in life, and I think this is a good story. People tell you can't do something.
Yeah.
And I had a professor that didn't think I was a good enough writer, and discouraged me from pursuing and becoming a published author. So it took me another almost, 8 years before I tried again.
Really?
Yeah. I left Northwestern at 21, and I didn't even start writing, trying till I was like 27, 28. Yeah.
You should write a book about that and put the teacher at the plot, in like one of the plots or something, and like call her out. That's not even cool. I'm saying her like it was a girl. It might have been a guy.
It was a woman. Yeah, it was a woman.
I think it was one old janky woman hating.
You don't have what it takes. I'm like, I proved you wrong, because I've been doing this for 17 something years. So
I absolutely love it. So what made you take the plunge to say, you know what? I wrote this book. Now I'm finna go and get published. Like, what was like the breaking point that you said, forget what they say, I can do it. Let me go head on and get this shit handled.
So I don't know if you remember, because it's been a little while, but Romance Slam Jam. That was one of the conferences and stuff that do. And so it was here in Orlando, and I heard about it way too late. I got there on the last day, but I was like, ooh, a conference with Black authors? Because I've been seeing all the books with Brenda Jackson and Rochelle Ehlers and all those coming up. I was like, ooh, let me go and see. And I get there on the last day, and I can tell you who I met. I met Kayla Perrin, and she was so amazing. She talked to me the whole time. She's like, why aren't you writing? You're obviously passionate about writing. I was like, yeah, someone told me I wasn't that good. She's like, why are you letting them control your destiny? You've got to do this. And she gave me a good pep talk. And so I went out, you can laugh. I went and bought me a Gateway laptop. If you remember Gateway.
Well, that was what was out back then.
That was the height of the fame.
It was, girl. That was.
So I bought me a Gateway, and I typed my story about Nia Taylor and Damon Bradley. I was like, yeah. And then I got it, and I actually
wait. You was like, what? Yeah.
And I emailed Kayla, and I was like, I finished. It took me almost a year to write that first one, because I was so unsure of myself.
Yeah.
But then she's like, are you going to come to Romance Slam Jam? It's going to be in Atlanta. I was like, all right, let's do it. And I ended up going to Romance Slam Jam, and I pitched my book to BET Books, who owned Arabesque at the time.
Right.
And pitched my book there, and she loved it. She's like, let me take some sample chapters with me. Took sample chapters with her, and then I didn't hear for anything for like 3 months. I was like, oh, here it goes. Maybe I really don't have what it takes. But then 3 months later, I happen to be away on a trip. I come home. I listen to I know this, dating myself, my answering machine. It's like, hi, this is Linda Gill with BET Books. I'm calling to speak with Yahrah. We really loved your book, One Magic Moment, and we would love to offer you a 2-book deal.
You call
me back at such and such number. And I was like, oh my God. I thought it was like the Home Alone kid running through the house. Yeah.
Who was the first person you called? Your mom. Oh my God. Yeah. What did she say? Was she like, what?
She was like, oh my goodness. She was so proud. She was like, we did it. Because she was with me. She came with me to that first Romance Slam Jam when I was pitching the book. So she was so proud. So proud.
Oh my God. I absolutely love that. That's what's up. Now, how long does it typically take you to write a book?
All right. So we know back in 2003, that was a year. Now I can write one in 6 weeks. 4 to 6.
Girl.
It's a dirty draft though. It's a dirty draft at 6 weeks. I need a few weeks to polish. You know,
Okay.
the down and dirty draft can be somewhere. If my back is against the wall and I'm on deadline, it can be somewhere between 4 to 6 weeks. Recently I just did one in 4 weeks and I never want to do that again. A down and dirty draft. I was really, my back was against the wall. I was like, oh my God. So don't want to do that again. But typically 6 weeks for a draft, and maybe if I had ideally another month to spit shine it, then yeah, another month.
Okay, that sounds good.
2 weeks.
That makes sense. I like that. That's what's up. Now
that's traditionally published.
That's when you traditionally publish, right? So deadlines, like how long of a deadline do you know? Like, what's the standard deadline that writers get?
So it depends on how many books, like what type of book deal you signed. So typically before I was signing like 4 books, a 4-book deal. So I'll probably have like 6 months in between. And sometimes, you know, you kind of goof off and, you know, life happens.
Life happens, girl.
You know, and you're like, oh, that book's coming up. I got like 3 months left. Okay, then I got 2 months left. All right. So you gotta get to start typing. So yeah, sometimes they'll sneak up on me. But typically most of my contracts are about 6 months. Sometimes it can be a little shorter, depending on if they ask you to do like a special book. Like I had gotten asked to do a special book, so then I had 2 deadlines back together.
What's a special book? A
special book meaning not an anthology, a continuity with other authors.
Okay.
So a continuity that they like to do in Desire, and they used to do them in Kamani Romance also, is when several authors are writing like the same series, and there's a connecting thread or storyline throughout all the books. So recently I was asked to do my first Texas Cattleman's book.
Naima Simone is in that one.
Yeah, she's done that one. Yeah. And so now I'm going to do my first one for next year. And so it just kind of, I had a book due and I had to immediately start working on that one. So sometimes they'll ask you to do like a special project for them because, you know, they really think a lot of you. And so you'll get that special project, but it might kind of coincide with one of your other book deadlines. So it could be maybe you only have 3 months in between a book.
That makes sense. Okay. I absolutely love that. This is so freaking hot. Now, when you are doing you say you like traditionally published better. You started out traditional, right? So why even what made you even test the waters in indie?
So what made me test the waters in indie was around 2012. Indie had just went high up. Yep. And they're like, you know, and people were like, oh, you hear about, you know, you can publish direct through Amazon and then you can make more money and, you know, you can put your backlist and you can get your rights back to your old books that, you know, if you don't know as an author, depending on your contract, you know, after 5 years, if they haven't sold, you know, copies of the book, you can the rights revert back to you. And so I was getting rights back to my books. And I was like, all right, well, I'm just going to give this a go. Everyone's talking about this indie thing. Let's see if I can do it. You know, and I kind of stumbled a couple of times at finding the right editor. That for me was the hardest because you're responsible to edit the book yourself. And so, so I had to find the first editor. Didn't work out on the first book. So I had to have it edited and pay for a second edit. And then that one turned out better. But the reason I got it was, I'm sorry to say, totally financial. I wanted to see that Quan that everybody was talking about.
Right.
I would definitely have to say in those early days in 2012, man, those books were making bank. They were doing fabulous, you know. But Amazon tweaked in the last few years, the algorithm. So the money you were making on those, you know, Amazon sales aren't quite what they used to be.
Right.
You know? They're good, but they're not 2012, 2013 good.
Right.
So yeah, it was that. And then I was like, well, I've tried it out, a couple of times. And I was like, you know what? I kind of like the flexibility of writing a story I want to write, because of course, like you said, they always have to be wealthy. And I wanted to do this ranching family. And I wanted someone who's going to be a bull rider and a veterinarian and a cook. She was a chef, at a restaurant. So I was like, I just wanted to write different characters that I couldn't necessarily write for a Harlequin. Sometimes it has to be a little bit cookie cutter,
right?
In a way. And I wanted the characters just to have more depth. And so, being a hybrid author and doing indie publishing allowed me
to do it
that space to be able to write those stories. Because I could never write the story for Seducing the Seal at Harlequin.
You could not.
A brother taking another brother's woman? I mean, hell no. That would just totally not fly.
Girl. And speaking of taking another woman, another brother's woman, it brings us to the next segment here, the Brown Book series called Who'd You Rather?
All right.
Go, yes, girl, honey, because we're going to talk about them damn brothers, honey. We go pit your heroes against each other, and you let us know which one you want to knock down, girl. I'm talking about one night only, up against the wall. Let them draw fall, baby. I'm talking about like that. Yes, Lord. Honey, close your door. Tell the hubby this is all make believe. Tell him don't get upset. Okay.
All right.
All make believe. All right, cool. Now we ain't trying to fall in love. We ain't trying to do nothing. We ain't trying to get married. We ain't trying to do nothing.
Get a pass.
That's it.
High pass.
That's it. We just trying to get it and quit it. All right. First up.
All right.
Who'd you rather? Now, one of these guys I love. Daniel Cobb or Vaughn Ellicott?
Daniel Cobb.
Girl.
If you read Miami After Hours, I think that book was all sex.
It was Miami After Hours, baby. I was like, oh, that damn Daniel Cobb, baby. He made me want to become I went into the real estate test. Like, I want to be at his firm. Where he at?
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Daniel Cobb.
And I like a good, alpha hero. Vaughn is, a nice, single dad.
Yeah, he's
beta.
Yeah. He was cool though, I was trying to give Vaughn something on like a Wednesday night or something. All right. Who would you rather? Aiden Stewart or Gage Campbell?
Ooh.
Girl.
I liked both those characters, honestly.
Which one you like the most, baby?
I would probably say Gage. I like a strong kind of alpha man because someone who can take hold of you.
I'm talking about
the wall and take you. So
I'm with Gage on that.
Gage is my pick on that one.
Okay, cool. Gage was my pick too, and I love his name, Gage. Yes. All right, next up, who'd you rather? Wynn Starks or Julian Lockett?
Ooh. Oh, so Julian has that swag.
Tony though.
So, and Wynn is cool, but I'm actually, and I think how Julian was kind of funny. He had swag. He had sex appeal. I'm gonna say Julian.
Okay.
Julian.
I went with Julian too. I won't win money though, but I went with Julian.
I just felt like in Consequence, I fell in love with his character in Consequence of Passion. And I knew he was going to be the next book.
Yeah.
It was just something about him. I was just feeling it. I was like, oh yeah, he's booked it for sure.
Them Julians, honey. I like old Julian. All right. Who'd you rather? Ethan Graham or Jasper Jackson?
Oh, you went back to my cosmetic series.
Back, girl, yes. Yep.
Okay. Gosh, it's been a little while on those two. So Ethan was taking over the company, and Jasper. Oh, but I remember he was with the model Courtney. If I had to pick, Jasper.
Okay, Jasper it is. Okay,
I probably would have said Ethan because he's the poor alpha male.
Yeah, I went with Ethan. That's why you said I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to because I don't think yeah, Ethan. I'm gonna correct that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Jasper was cool,
I'm
but
Ethan take charge because Ethan and I would say Gage are very similar.
Very similar, right? Yeah. Girl, I'm about to say I'm going with Ethan too, girl. I'm going with Ethan. All right, last up, who'd you rather?
Who'd rather? Oh yes.
Aiden Mitchell or Cage Mitchell?
Cage. Cage all the way. Give me that Navy SEAL.
Baby.
Oh,
you know what? Tell us a little bit about these Mitchell brothers.
Yes. Both books.
Yes. Tell us a little bit about those because that series right there is hilarious.
So the idea for this series is really cool. It actually came from my husband. Him and his brothers each went into a different leg of the military service. My husband is a 20-year Army veteran. His brother was a Marine. His other brother was in the Navy. So, I decided, you know what? I'm going to write a trilogy about some brothers. And so I did the Army, I did the Navy, and then I decided to do the Air Force, which is a little bit different just because I had a different story idea in mind. But that's kind of where the idea came from. And in book one, in Caden's book, he meets a girl at West Point. Mm-hmm. And what I liked is that I had a little bit of an interracial thing because she's like, part Dominican or whatever. So had a little of that going on. And he meets her at West Point, falls in love, and then she leaves and he never knows what happens to her. And years later, he sees her at a gala when he's running for governor. And the spark is still there, but come to find out, she had his son years ago.
Mm-hmm. Girl.
And the son is autistic. So that was really important to me. I had a friend who was daughter or grandson is autistic. So I've been hearing and listening and getting more information about it. Right. As well as another friend whose brother is a little bit on the spectrum as well. So it just made sense for me to write a story about someone on the spectrum. And so I think I did it justice because I had a lot of people write about that they really like Caden and Savannah's story.
Yeah, I did too. My niece is on the spectrum. And so at first I used to joke with my brothers. I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with her. She just don't like y'all. But hey, I still think that has a little bit to do with it. But anyway, so when I read that book, I was like, oh, that's it's cool. You did very, very well in that storyline.
Thank you.
Okay.
And then, but I never mentioned Cage in that book. He didn't make an appearance till the very last moment. And I left a little red herring, little breadcrumbs for you that, Caden noticed him looking at his younger brother's girlfriend was remarrying Savannah. So that brings you to Seducing the Seal.
Yes, his fine self on that cover. Girl, show that cover again. Show that cover again, girl.
Oh, yes. Oh, let me show you.
Oh, my God. Okay. Tell us about that book.
And, in Cage's book, he's a Navy SEAL and he lost his best friend and he decides to retire after, being a SEAL. And he comes. And so I pretty much start the book where Claimed by the Hero ends. I started at the wedding.
Yep.
So Cage meets his brother's girlfriend at the wedding. They have a moment. There's a connection. And then he finds out, oh my God, that's my brother's girl. Mm-hmm. So all throughout the first, I would say first quarter of the book, he's trying to resist. He's pushing her towards his brother because she wants to break up with the brother because he wants to, go back into the Air Force and get a promotion and whatnot. But she can't deny that passion with Gage. And when they hit I can't say they hit the sheets. They hit the beach, baby.
Didn't they? She did. Woo! Honey, she did. They tore the old beach up, honey. I somebody go down there and see what's going on down there. The beach, baby.
Yes. And in so doing, they got caught.
Yes.
A younger brother who saw them in a clinch. So once he found out, the shit hit the fan.
Girl, did it?
Woo! I love that scene. That was one of the best scenes. I like the shit hit the fan.
Girl, I was hitting it. I was reading that book. I said,
crying and
everything. I said, Yara need her whole ass whooped for this one, baby. No.
And I worried. I was like, are readers gonna like Cage?
They did. We did.
And because I was really worried about that. I was like, I've never written a character like Cage before, you know. I was like, he's a little anti-hero, you know. But I kind of
you did that. He got that dang, who is it? It's that Victor Newman thing going on. Where you know he do some dirty stuff. But we love Victor Newman. I don't give a damn what Victor do. He's got those characters. Look at how many men Susie Lucci done slept with. So with Erica Kane. And that's how I felt about Cage. I absolutely that girl.
That is so funny because that's kind of how I got my start wanting to write like romance and stuff. I watch soap operas all the time.
Oh yeah.
I watch Young and the Restless, like you said, with Victor Newman, and I watch All My Children.
Girl, let me tell you, I was all my honey, give me channel 2. All My Children, baby. We used to come home from school and grow up and be like, girl, y'all come on, honey. Erica about to come on.
That was me.
It's like Erica, like girl, all my children. Girl, it's Erica Kane show. I'm like, I love it. Yeah, I absolutely love that. Yara.
Yes.
Author's moments.
Yeah.
What's your most urgent priority for the rest of the year?
The rest of the year. Well, I've been taking a few weeks break. Man, I had 3 releases back to back. I had Blind Date with Despair Air, I had Seducing the Seal, and I had Holiday Playbook. So since Thanksgiving, I've just been kind of chilling. But coming up, I've got a week or so off at the end of the year. So I'm actually going to start, I'm going to finish the 3rd book. So the younger brother, Cameron, is his book.
Thank you. Because I was wondering, was Cameron, were we leaving him out? Like, you know.
No. He's getting his own book next spring. So I'm like working on that, working on synopsis. So I'm working on that. And I'm working on the final book in the Lockets of Tuxedo Park series.
Okay.
Well, so I have 2 books to close out 2 different series. One indie, one traditionally published. So the one that's traditionally published is already done. I'm actually doing edits for that.
Okay.
So edits for that, but writing Cameron's book. And then I'm starting a new series called The 6 Gems at the end of next year for Harlequin. It's about 6 best friends who get an inheritance from one of the friend's aunts to reach their dreams. But in so doing, they're going to find the love of their lives.
Look at her. That money. How much money is she going to leave them, girl?
Enough to start their own business, like a small business. There's a jewelry maker. There's a travel blogger. There's a real estate agent. There's a dance studio. But you're right. I guess I can't write anybody that ain't broke.
Honey, she messing with no broke. Girl, author moments. And being a novelist, what did you learn a little too late?
I definitely learned social media in the you know, I work full time. So just marketing myself. I think it took me a while to get, I've always had a website and I've had a Facebook and whatnot, but just really marketing myself more and just getting that brand awareness. And that's something I think I've learned a little too late, and I've hired a publicist this last year. And so it's just been something, you know, I've been a little late to the party, but you know, I'm still gonna get that shit done.
Oh, how about that? She's still gonna make them coins, honey. She's gonna make them coins. All right. If you could have tea with the one fictional character of yours, who would it be?
Ooh, one fictional character.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Josiah Lockett. He is, no one likes the patriarch of the Lockett family. So I don't know. I would just like to
I like Josiah.
No, a lot of my readers can't stand Josiah, you know, but he is gonna, you know, have some redemption in book 4. And calm the waters a bit.
But you can tell it though. You can tell that he is redemption is coming. I don't know what it was. Maybe I don't know what it was. But when the last book I read, he was in, I was like, you can tell
he's coming. He's coming. Yeah, he's coming. So yeah, just
okay.
I like to chat with him.
All right, girl. I want to be in on that chat. Yahrah.
Yes.
If you could sit down with your 15-year-old self, what would you tell her?
Ooh, that's a good one. I think I would definitely tell her to never give up, never let anyone tell you what you can't do. Because even when I was 15, I was writing the books then. And I wish I would have just kind of stayed on that path. Because who knows where I would be right now. I wouldn't even have a day job. I'd probably be writing full time. So I would just tell her, never let anyone, tell you what you can't do. There's, so much, you can do if you just kind of believe in yourself. So.
Awesome. I love that. All right. Author's moments. What would your pen name be?
Well, Yara St. is my pen name. So my first name is Yahrah.
I was about to say your first name is Yahrah. So
Yahrah, but it's not my last name. So, and how I came up with that last name is, they were Harlequin or BET at the time were like, oh, your last name is so difficult to pronounce. We need something a little easier. So Yahrah is Hebrew. And so I was thinking something biblical. I got out the Bible, girl. I was like, say Matthew, say oh my God. Yes, oh, that sounds amazing.
It does. It does, girl. It does.
And it stuck.
I love it. I really do. I was like, Yahrah. Okay, I was like, her first name is Yahrah. But I was like, I like that St. John thing. Now, if you could have
a different
pen name, like if they said somebody's already named Yahrah and we don't know St. John's, what would your pen name be?
Oh wow, I don't think I've ever thought of a different pen name. I don't think I ever have. I've never thought of one. You've stuck me on that one. I honestly never thought of anything.
When you think of a pen name, you got to come back on and just do that little extra.
I'm gonna have to think of a pen name for you.
Yes, you're gonna have to.
Maybe something diamond. I'm so into sparkly things. Something with diamond or something.
It's money, honey. Money.
I like the finer things.
Okay, I love it. I'm listening. I'm down with you on all that. Author's moments. If you could master any instrument on earth, what would it be?
Instrument, like physical instruments. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I always wanted to play the piano. So if I could learn how to play the piano, that would be super cool. Yeah, it's always gone with singing because I used to, be in the choir when I was in high school, and then just kind of got away from it. So I think those would kind of go hand in hand. Feel like I'm Alicia Keys or something.
Girl, okay, Alicia be getting it, don't she? I'm like, ooh, honey, I'm jealous. Jealous. All right, author's moments. Let's see here. Ask Yahrah. Good question. Real good.
What you got?
Real cool.
You stopped me on the pen name. I'm gonna have to come back next time for that one.
Right. What are you amazingly good at?
Ooh. I am amazingly good at cooking. I'm actually a very good cook.
I heard you was a gourmet chef, ma'am.
Yes, I cook a lot of gourmet dishes, and my husband, his second career was being a chef. So between the two of us, we eat real good in the neighborhood.
I'm coming to your house next Thanksgiving, y'all. We're at Yara's house.
I'm always watching Food Network, trying to come up with, let's try that dish. Let's try this. Let's try this. But, it also, I've always had down home roots. My mom was a soul food cook. Yeah. I can make some collard greens, some black eyed peas, some, cornbread. I can make fried chicken from scratch. When I did that for my husband was like, what? Where you been holding that I was like, I can give you all my secrets.
You cooked for him. He was like, I do. That man came in on a speedboat to get you.
Exactly.
He said, I'm with it. I went all
chicken from scratch. Yeah.
girl. Yeah,
I'm
like,
about that life.
Thanksgiving. We're going to Yara's house, y'all. Thanksgiving. All right. Yeah. Dead or alive. If you were hosting a dinner party and could invite 5 people from any era, who would it be? Dead or alive?
Martin Luther King.
Lord.
Oprah.
Oh.
Obama. Interesting. Okay. 5 more people. Those were definitely 3 people. I would like both Obamas, honestly. Okay. I love Michelle and Barack because I read both their memoirs and it was amazing.
Yeah. Well.
And maybe after watching that movie, Harriet Tubman, I would love to just talk to her and how she did that. I know it's very random.
But no, because you said the movies. I'm thinking about the actor in the movie who played the actor. You thought, no, you mean the real Miss Tubman.
Yeah, just how she got all those people to safety and never gave up. And I don't know, it was amazing.
So we're gonna be there with Martin Luther King, Oprah, Michelle and Barack, and Harriet Tubman. That table is, I mean, history would actually change if you sat down with those 5 people and they like, no, let me tell y'all what really happened.
Yeah, it'd be an interesting conversation.
Yeah,
I said Nelson Mandela as well. That'd be a very interesting as well.
Yeah, we'll let Nelson come in and just do a spotlight or some shit. Say y'all, Yara. When I say I have had a wonderful time with you today, this is bringing us to the end of our interview. We have one question left.
Okay.
But before we ask our last question, I just want to say thank you for coming on here with us.
Thank you, Shay.
You got me
out my comfort zone. Ask me some. That's a little zingers.
You know what I'm saying? This is what we do, girl. Because honey, look, we want everybody.
Book. You took me way back. I'm gonna have to pull out my books.
You got to, girl, because we be on it over here. So Yara, before we ask our last question of the interview, tell everyone where they can find you, all things Yara, your website, your social media handles, and where they can go and get your books.
You can find me on my website, yarastjohn.com. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, BookBub. It's all at Yara St. John. So I've been fortunate to have those, and BookBub, if I didn't say BookBub, and Amazon Central. You can find all of my Desire traditionally published books on both Harlequin's website as well as Amazon. And my indie books are everywhere as well. Apple, Kobo, Barnes & Noble, Amazon. I didn't say that.
Everywhere.
Everywhere books are sold.
Everywhere books are sold, make sure you go and check out Miss Yara St. John's, her latest novel, The Holiday Playbook. That book is awesome, but y'all pick up them seals too, honey, because your brothers.
Yes, still available for your reading pleasure.
For your reading pleasure. All right, Yara, last question. If you were writing a book about your life, what would the title be?
Live, Love, and Laughter.
Awesome.
Reason I already had it because I've been thinking of it because I was considering doing my memoir just because of some of the things I've lived through, and I thought, considering all the drama I went through as a child and the losses I had of losing my mom, my dad at the end of last year.
Oh, sad to hear that, sweetie.
Yeah. So, and my best friend at 45. So it just, I know what loss feels like. So just having to move on and find love and laughter in your life. Yeah.
I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it for sure. And she writing about this money. Honey, Yara getting to the money.
I'm gonna always remember that. I only seem to write about wealthy people.
Yo, I love it. I'm for it.
That's my niche. Okay, it's my jam. So
that's my jam, y'all. That's our jam. I absolutely love it. All right, Yara. Hold 1 second for me. Ladies and gentlemen, Yara St. John. Oh, tight. All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what's up. We're back. Y'all know we back to the same old routine. 6 o'clock, you're right here. The Brown Book Series with me and all of my shenanigans and my wonderful people. Thank you again to Miss Yara St. John for blessing us tonight. And make sure you go pick up her book, her latest novel, The Holiday Playbook. Get all her books. They're good. Y'all know I tell y'all the truth. They good. 7 o'clock, we're going to go over to play with Reese and Ryan for Authors Behind the Pages. And at 8 o'clock, we're going to cruise on over to Cruise Radio to be with Iris Bolin for Iris Moments. And make sure you also check out Sarah McLean's Fate to Mate. It dropped today. And the registration for Raw is open. We are wide open, y'all. So make sure you go to rawexperience.com. That's www.rawexperience.com. Or you can check us out at Brown Book Series and catch it from there. Again, thanks again to Miss Yara St. John. I love you guys, and we'll see y'all next week. God bless.
Open up your brown book, baby. It's for you, it's for us. The fantasies, no one can judge us, no one can judge us. This is for us. Open up your brown book,